braving the Christmas crowds in search of a deal and the perfect gift.
I think a lot of stores already have Boxing Day stuff on, so it's nice.
Shoppers packed the malls for their last-minute items. Plus, it's the season of giving.
We're cooking up almost around 1,000 burgers today, 400 for the drop-in center and 400 for the mustard seed, and then over 200 are going to be walk-ins.
Local businesses step up for those who are less fortunate. And bringing a Christmas fairy tale castle to life.
There's a lot of magic. There's an insane amount of ribbon and garlands.
How the Banff Springs Hotel turns into a winter wonderland.
CTV Calgary, local breaking news with Jordan Canigan.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. Drivers are urged to use extra caution tonight, especially on many highways in rural Alberta, as snow falls in many parts of the province this Christmas Eve. This is a live look at 16th Avenue Northwest near Market Hill Mall, North Hill Mall rather. Traffic is getting lighter as stores close and many Calgarians head to family gatherings and worship services. There are slippery sections because of the snow, which has fallen today. It's been a snowy day for last-minute Christmas shoppers in Calgary. Light snow has been falling for much of the day in cold conditions. Emergency crews responding to several crashes on slippery streets, but there are no serious injuries reported. Canada Olympic Park was busy with skiers and boarders, and many people were out blowing snow off vehicles and clearing their sidewalks today. Some roads in the Edmonton area are described as treacherous. A fleet of AMA tow trucks is ready to assist stranded drivers, with many truck operators working overtime, but expect long wait times.
We're just expecting, 2 times our normal call volume, which, we're trying to encourage people to try to stay home if they can, but if they are traveling, just be prepared.
Consider waiting if roads are bad at that particular moment, or not going in the middle of the snowstorm.
Prepare for the journey, not just the destination.
Just taking it slow, slow and steady wins the race.
Alberta says sections of the QE2 are partly covered with snow and ice tonight, with reduced visibility, especially near Red Deer and Edmonton. Many roads in east central Alberta are also partially snow covered because of a system that hit the area today. Drivers are advised to watch for snow plows, which are active on many highways right now. Let's bring in Jody, and that's been the story of the day today, hasn't it? Cold and snowy.
Absolutely. Very different than yesterday and very different than tomorrow. And we have a whole other challenge to deal with overnight. But I wanted to take our clock back and show you the past 12 hours of precipitation, where we've really noticed it into central Alberta, around the capital region as well. The impact from the past 24 hours of precipitation, obviously worse around the QE2 near Edmonton or near Calgary, and then west of our city as well. And as you mentioned, those 511 Alberta roads showing many areas where we have partly covered and snow-covered routes around the capital region. Closer to Calgary, it's not as bad, but we could see some freezing rain overnight. I'll tell you where in a moment.
Thank you, Jody. Chestermere RCMP need help to find suspects in a violent home invasion. Early Monday morning, Mounties say 2 males wearing dark clothing and masks entered a home in the neighborhood of Lakeview Landing. One homeowner was assaulted before the culprits fled the scene. The victim was taken to hospital but is now recovering. Police believe the men were driving a silver Ford F-150 from the mid-2000s. If you have tips or dash cam or security video, Chestermere RCMP want to hear from you. A man who was arrested for break-and-enter is now accused of committing the same crime the next day. Police were first called to a home in Bowness around 4 a.m. Sunday after a suspicious man tried to get into a home. 2 hours later, homeowners a few blocks away found a stranger in their home. Police believe he was the same man. He was charged and released from custody. Then the next day, police say he was spotted breaking into a home under construction in the same neighborhood. 22-year-old Jet DeVost faces 2 counts of break-and-enter. Calgary Transit has pulled 19 shuttle buses from service after one caught fire earlier this month. A bus driver was transported to hospital on December 12th when a shuttle bus went up in flames just east of Nose Hill Drive. The city says buses of the same model were removed from service as a precaution. Once they are deemed safe, they will be returned to service. Replacement shuttles have been deployed. Well, it is Christmas Eve, so that means last-minute shoppers were out in full force today. It comes as new data shows holiday spending is up this year, even as many Canadians try to stretch their dollars and stick to a budget. Mason is live at Market Mall with more on this. Mason, what did you see there today?
Well, Jordan, it's clearly emptying out now that the mall is closed, but it was quite hustling and bustling here earlier today. It was difficult to find a parking spot. Nearly everyone was carrying shopping bags. Now, most shoppers were here for a more casual browse to pick up the final item or two on their Christmas list, but there was also some much more targeted ones hunting and looking to score a last-minute deal. Regardless of which type of shopper they were all feeling the holiday spirit. With just hours to go until Christmas Eve, it's the final push to snag a last-minute gift.
If my fiance is watching, no, but yes, it is.
Shoppers flooded the malls, many with different excuses about why they held off.
I just got back from Brazil like a few hours ago and I couldn't find anything there, so I'm going to get some gifts here.
I actually paid a last-minute car repair bill, so now I'm catching up on the shopping now and everything will be good.
While the reasons differ, they all have one thing in common: their spending. Retail experts say shoppers continue to be more budget conscious, with many turning to major sales day like Black Friday for their gifts.
So they're really being careful with their spending. Having said that, they know that they have to go through the holiday season, so they're looking at these key sales events to try to buy as much as possible to reduce their overall spend for the holiday.
New data from Visa Canada shows Canadians are spending 4.4% more this holiday season, but a good chunk of that rise is likely just inflation. When looking at how they're buying, in-store retail still dominates at 88%, but online purchases jumped by 7% year over year, now accounting for the other 12% of sales. The numbers show people are still buying despite feeling the pinch, something that could lead to spending fatigue come the new year.
Probably even more than normal. Because the other thing, too, is more people this year, particularly young people, are using buy now, pay later programs. So they're going to start to get this wave of bills coming in January, February, March, based on what they bought in December.
For now, though, the focus for shoppers is finding the perfect gift.
We like to go on Christmas Eve just to watch all the other people who left their Christmas shopping to the last minute, but unfortunately I did the same thing this year.
Mason DePetti, CTV News, Calgary.
A few local businesses are making sure our city is a bright place to be this Christmas Eve. Not everyone can enjoy meals with their family over the holiday season, so some extra charitable Calgarians are making sure they're at least well fed. Tim Brooke has their story.
It's the season of giving, and those in this assembly line are doing their parts.
After we're done these burgers, a lot of people's stomachs are going to be full and they're going to have a smile on their face.
Kensington joint Flippin' Burgers cooked up meals for the less fortunate Wednesday morning. It's their way of saying thanks to the city they love.
We're cooking up almost around 1,000 burgers today, 400 for the drop-in center and 400 for the mustard seed, and then over 200 are going to be walk-ins.
We do a lot of soup and sandwiches, so having a really awesome burger, it's just a nice change. It also takes a lot of pressure off of our kitchen staff who are cooking over the holidays, Christmas Day, Christmas Eve, and takes pressure off of our volunteers.
Across the city, similar generosity. This A&W in Auburn Bay is also offering up free meals for those in need on Christmas Day.
Community does a lot for us, and Christmas is the season for giving back, for the happiness, enjoyment, a little bit spirit, a little bit motivation for the others to come and enjoy, and for us to be the part of their happiness.
The giving is contagious, and you don't need a restaurant to pitch in. Canadian Blood Services is looking for anyone feeling charitable over the holidays.
The one thing that people do need to keep in mind is that the blood that they're donating this holiday season is giving other families the chance to spend holidays with their family members.
Donations can be booked over the phone or online. Tim Brooke, CTV News, Calgary.
Now, Flippin' Burgers has done the Christmas Eve give back for 7 years in a row. They tell us they plan to do it as long as people are hungry. Well, coming up, the new food market that is completely local. We'll bring you inside the new shop that gets most of its products from just minutes away. That's next.
CTV Ski Report, sponsored by Castle Mountain Resort, celebrating 60 years of skiing in the South Canadian Rockies.
An all Alberta food market is open in Okotoks. All items in the store are locally sourced, as the owner puts the emphasis on local. With skyrocketing food prices across the country, the Sheep River Market is hoping to entice shoppers with homegrown food. Tyson Fedora reports.
Sean Beacom stocks his shelves ahead of the holiday season rush, but much of this food cannot be found in your big box grocery stores. It's because these items are sourced locally and some within minutes of the store.
All of our meat is coming from farms all within 50 kilometers of this store.
From chicken and beef to elk and lamb, all of it sourced in Alberta. But the Sheep River Market in Okotoks is also focused on local dairy and produce.
It's a goldenberry, and in December, this is being grown in Okotoks. But where can you find this? No one else is selling this.
Beacom says his new store was inspired by his 2 decades as a chef and his desire to use local products. He has only been open for about a month.
Most commercial grocery stores, the food, if there's a local food, it's almost tokenized and in a little section, whereas the whole premise of this store is everything in this store was produced, grown, or raised in Alberta.
The store is situated across from the former train station and now Okotoks Art Gallery in one of the oldest buildings in Alberta in Old Town Okotoks. And the buzz has been electric for local shoppers.
I love it. I'll be a constant shopper. I've already been here once this morning and I'm back again.
Pamela Jonason recently moved back to the community.
And a lot of big box stores came in, changed a lot of things, and I'm just doing my best to support local.
Chanel plans on being a regular customer at the market.
And their chicken is absolutely the best I've ever tasted.
Tyson Fedora, CTV News, Calgary.
Beacom plans to reopen December 30th and 31st and will welcome even more shoppers in the new year.
This is CTV News, Calgary.
Jody, it is pretty chilly out there. It's one of those nights it's great to just spend it inside, probably with family or last-minute Christmas wrapping or something like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a great time to turn on those Christmas movies and wait for that guy to show up because there's lots of fresh snow on the roof. It will make it easier for the landing for the rooftops, but also making it a little more treacherous as we look at some of our road conditions. -18 for that overnight value, and it will feel like -24. I should say that's more as we're getting into the overnight period because we will be warming up. It's -20 right now in Calgary and -16 in Lethbridge. I want to show you the difference in temperatures in southern Alberta. So this is our current value, and we still have a number of warnings in place, including a yellow freezing rain warning, a yellow level freezing rain warning in the southeast corner of our province, yellow level snowfall warning around the capital region, and then those yellow cold warnings into northern Alberta. So still dealing with dangerous wind chills in the north. That should tell you we have colder air moving in, meeting up with precipitation that by the time it reaches the capital region will be snowfall, about 10 to 20 centimeters total there. And in the south, we are looking at some freezing rain as we have a warm up happening in the next few hours. So -13 was the daytime high in Lethbridge, -16 here in Calgary, -12 in Medicine Hat. You might think you can't have freezing rain in that, and you would be correct. But you can when you're looking at this rapid warm up overnight, and that precipitation that is frozen will be falling through layers that are above or at the freezing mark. So +1 for high for tomorrow in Lethbridge and -4 in Medicine Hat, -3 here in Calgary, and more snow coming, mostly to the west. This isn't ideal because we are already dealing with this fluctuation that we've had in temperatures where we're seeing major swings. Tomorrow's daytime high, for example, -3, then back down to -12 and -19, and 2 days later up to 4 degrees. This is a problem because now we have an unstable layering within that heavy snow that we have received in those mountain parks, and already a couple of locations under a high risk. Our future cast will see that freezing rain hitting southern Alberta in the overnight hours. It will be quick. Some sunshine tomorrow, so more melting, and then more precipitation tomorrow night. So once again, you're looking at, with that drop in temperature, more icy surfaces for your sidewalks, parking lots, and then also for some of your roadways. Your Action Furnace 5-day forecast, we will see -3 for Christmas Day and -12 for that daytime high on Friday.
Thank you, Jody. The relaunch of the Canada Strong Pass is helping some southern Alberta businesses. We'll hear how busy Waterton is this Christmas season. The province continues to see a high number of flu cases. The province recorded more than 2,700 lab-confirmed cases on the week of December 14th, the highest weekly total since at least the 2009-2010 flu season. 8 more Albertans have died of the flu. Another 23,000 people got flu shots over the past week, and 20% of Calgarians are vaccinated. It's the off-season in Waterton Lakes National Park, but businesses say they are busier than usual. More businesses are staying open as the federal government has relaunched its Canada Strong Pass for the holiday season. Until January 15th, Canadians can take advantage of free admission to national parks, discounts on overnight stays, and free entry into museums.
It's so beautiful and so pretty down there right now, and you get the park to yourself, and there's quite a bit open. There's 4 hotels that are open now, 2 restaurants. It's actually 3 restaurants, sorry. There'll be a gift shop open for the winter.
The Canada Strong Pass will also return in summer 2026. It was a holiday-shortened day on the markets. Here are the closing numbers. The Canadian dollar is up to 73.12. West Texas Intermediate hasn't changed much. It's at 58.35 US per barrel. Western Canadian Select is up to 44.94, and the TSX lost 58 points this Christmas Eve, sliding just under 32,000. Well, the Banff Springs is a magical place to visit at Christmas. Coming up, a look at all the work that goes into transforming the hotel into a Christmas castle. Candy Cane Lane in Edmonton is marking 57 years of delighting visitors. Residents in a northwest Edmonton neighborhood decorate their home to the max with colorful lights and festive decorations. The annual showcase is also a major fundraiser for the food bank. Candy Cane Lane started in 1968 with just 4 decked out houses, and now it spans 8 full blocks. The family that started it all was inspired by a similar street in Saskatoon. Well, the Fairmont Banff Springs Hotel is one of Canada's most iconic buildings. Every December, it bumps up to a new level as a team of designers and decorators turn it into a Christmas fairy tale castle. Kevin Green has this behind-the-scenes tour.
Under new fallen snow, the Banff Springs Hotel looks like the setting for a Hallmark Christmas movie, but it's inside where Christmas has exploded in Technicolor.
There's a lot of ornaments, there's a lot of magic, there's an insane amount of ribbon and garlands, tons of trees, but it's really about making those moments special during the holiday season. And the castle lends itself to creating these little moments of magic.
It's a few weeks of shopping.
It took Corey Christopher and his crew of up to 12 staff 20 days to deck the halls in Banff's signature hotel.
I think there's over 100 trees throughout the hotel, whether they're a 3-footer all the way up to the gigantic one behind me. Probably ornament-wise, I would say we go 5, maybe even 6,000 ornaments.
Size matters, especially when decorating what's essentially a castle. Some rooms are so big they make even a 10-meter tall tree look small.
Scale becomes crucial and important in delivering the overall magic of the season. That tree, if you're standing on a balcony, can look quite small. So I'm always thinking about how are we engaging the architecture of the space.
For designer Christopher, the real magic comes not from his decorations, but from the way people react to them.
I am around a corner and I'll hear someone go, "Mom, look at that." And they're pointing up to the snowflakes dangling from the sky with lights, or the beautiful branches that we've sort of created this gorgeous archway that feels like outside has just started growing up the walls. And those moments are so special and touching because ultimately that means I've done my job, that someone has had a special moment. I've already started planning for next year.
Kevin Green, CTV News, Banff.
And you have until January 3rd to see the decorations before they start coming down. Jody, it's a good thing that it's inside on most of those decorations because it's going to be cold probably for the next little bit.
Well, it will be. Tomorrow will be warmer, but still colder than average. And our visibility tonight is not great when we look around southern Alberta. We also have those poor driving conditions in many areas, and they may get worse in the southern regions as we have that yellow level freezing rain warning, including in Lethbridge and Medicine Hat because of warmer values overnight, and then snowfall warnings into central Alberta. Your weather window photo brought to you by Lux Windows and Doors, crafting quality windows and doors for your style, budget, and Alberta's climate. And Marnie took this beautiful photo earlier this week from Carburn Park. We'll have a lot more snow if she wants to take another one and share it with us. And as we take a look at our forecast, tomorrow will be warmer. We'll warm up overnight, but then another big drop by Saturday, -19, and another big climb in temperatures. On Monday, we're looking at a 23-degree improvement up to 4 degrees, but we will likely see some more flurries over the next 72 hours.
Thanks, Jody. We leave you with a look at some of the wonderful Christmas lights around Calgary and a look at the names of the people here at CTV Calgary who help bring you the news every day. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Sweet